Hey guys, let's talk about Faire Quarter 1. On your Google Classroom page in the stream, you should find Faire Quarter 1. You can read it. Approval is going to be due October 7th, so that's going to be at the end of the next rotation, about a month before the end of the quarter. Basically, all I'm looking for is identify the problem still, and you have 3 different problems that you could be choosing in your teams. They don't have to be the teams that you're in all the time, but they need to be within your project. So if you're 5th, 6th grade, Project Wolfram; 7th and 8th grade, Project Orem. And they need to be at most 4 different people. You can do it by yourself if you want to, or 2 or 3 others. Let's take a look at the document itself. For 7th and 8th grade, this is the same document as we've had before. We'll go up to the top. Just make sure we're on the same page. You write your team members that are on there, your project, so that's Orem or Wolfram, based on your grade, and then project name, that's whatever you're working on. Again, looking for identifying the problem, using complete sentences and everything that goes along with the writing checklist. Identify the problem. These might show up more as we go. You can click on the link and there's actually a video that talks about how to identify problems. And investigate, just looking for pictures. You could create your own or look on Google. Imagine these 10 different solutions that you want to incorporate into your final problem. Plan. Definitely looking for a drawing with measurements for anything physical. If you're making a cake, you could make a recipe. Create, that'll be a picture that we put in at the end. Test, using the scientific method to do hypothesis, the variables and controls. We'll be working on that more throughout the quarter. Improve. Like I said with J.J. Watt, there's always room for improvement. So make sure you identify 3 ways at the end, or maybe something through the middle that you needed to improve that you worked on to get a better product. Then communicate. The last day of the class, you're going to be presenting in front of all of your lab. So if you're Lab Echo, in front of that group. Lab X-ray, in front of that group. Each lab, you're actually going to vote on the best projects. And the winner, which we'll get into in a second, will get a prize. So the communication part is going to be important because you got to wow your other classmates. There'll be a vote, and we'll get into the points in just a second. So you can definitely create a video, create a PowerPoint, or a Google Slides to get your point across. So speaking of the points, grade rubric. Not enough people look at this to see what they need to do to get to complete. Identify the problem, having 3 more problems. Plan, having a clean drawing with measurements. Just read them, ask questions if you need to, and we'll be all good. So how the points work, they're going to be based off of 50 points. 36 are from the rubric if you're getting complete. So that's 13 or 12 different categories in the overall. 4 points when we present. Are you taking it serious? Are you ready on time? Are you're not disrupting? And then 10 points is going to be from the vote. 7th and 8th graders already understand this. The top point getter in each group or lab will get 10 points, second place 9, and on down into 0. If there's more than 10 groups, the 11th, 12th, 13th group, or teams, don't get points. For overall XP, we'll just times the amount of points you get on the document times 50. So it'd be worth 500 points. So that if you get 50, or if you get 35 points, it'd be worth 350 points. That way, it's about half the amount of your notebook, and it's about twice as much as regular projects, which are 1 to 200. If you have any questions, make sure you ask them. Otherwise, you can get started learning.